In this video, I'm going to show you some of the canned searches in Option Stalker and how to use them. I've got Option Stalker running, and I'm going to go to the upper left corner and click Scanner. You'll see bullish and bearish. So for every bullish search that I describe, know that there is a bearish counterpart. Just matters what side of the market you want to be trading on. So in the bullish area, I'm going to click on pre-open gainers. This is a nice search because it shows you the stocks that are going to be moving up 1 hour before the open. It starts populating. So that gives you time to see what's moving and to check the news to see why it's moving. Perhaps you have a position in it. Perhaps there's a tangent play that you might want to investigate. And you simply click through the symbols and you'll be able to take a look at the movers. Now I'm going to add some technical studies to the chart because it'll make this video a lot more meaningful. I'm going to click on 1OP at the bottom of the chart. That is our pressure indicator. I'm going to click on 10SI. That is our strength indicator. And I'm going to add 10 squeeze. That looks for compressions. And then I'm going to add a 200-day moving average, and I'm going to add a 100-day moving average. Now I've got all the things on the chart that I like to use. Very, very easy. This is all toggle on, toggle off. So let's take a look at the next search. It's gainers. These are your largest gainers of the day. PXD was at the top of the list. You can see, nice move higher. Very self-explanatory. These are your gap up, so these stocks are gapping higher. There's your gap. Stock continues to power higher throughout the course of the day. So a lot of these will be good prospects during the course of the day, and you'll be able to come to this search and look for them. Very generic search though. Pre-earnings bull. This is a nice search, especially during earnings season. I know lots of us like to trade earnings announcements because there is disequilibrium. There's been news and the stock makes a move and it's very, very volatile, and there are opportunities during the whole discovery process after the earnings announcement. So for pre-earnings bull, you're going to see stocks that are going to be announcing after the close today or before the open the next trading day. So this is your last opportunity to trade the stock. Post earnings bull is going to look for stocks that reported earnings after the close yesterday or before the open today. So this is the first opportunity for that stock to trade off of the news. Now, you don't see anything listed here, but I'm going to go to post earnings bear. And now you can see that there were some stocks that posted earnings releases. Break down below the 100-day moving average, break down through horizontal support, and very negative feel to that particular stock all day. Relative weakness as well. So this is a nice search to use, especially when there are lots of earnings releases, and when there are 50 or more earnings releases, this is a way to quickly zero in on them. Now I will say that we have a feature within Custom Scanner that allows you to see these post earnings stocks, but it also allows you to add lots of extra filters and conditions to it so that it's very, very easy to spot day trading opportunities. I have videos on those. Make sure to watch the videos related to earnings plays. I'm going to continue down the list to pop bear, and I'm going to flip over to bullish. We'll look at pop bull, and pop plus bull is the same as pop bull, except there's follow through the next day. So these stocks were on pop bull yesterday, and today they are moving higher, so there's confirmation, and they're on pop plus bull. Both very, very good searches. I use these all the time for swing trading. So let's see what we have. Pop bull, I've got ESV. There we can see a nice little compression, and we can see a breakout through horizontal resistance. Love the fact that it's above the 200-day moving average. It's just about to get above that 100-day moving average. If it does that, it's going to be a great stock. And so we can come in, click GTC, and place your GTC alert just above that 100-day moving average. And now, whether it's a day later, a week later, a month later, when that stock breaks through that 100-day moving average, you're going to know about it. There's going to be a pop-up alert that comes. You click it, and it'll take you right to the stock. Once you look at that chart, you're going to go, oh yeah, I remember why I like that stock. As you're going through stocks, it's very important to use these GTC alerts because you're going to be getting notifications throughout the trading day, and you're going to have great trading ideas just automatically appearing. And so you won't have to go hunting for them. They're going to come right to you. So let's continue down the list here and see if we find another stock that we like. PBF, really nice little compression here. Great breakout. Got good relative strength here. Our pressure indicator is positive, and that's what we would expect to see during a move like this. We really love when we have a divergence. So if that pressure were negative and we were getting all of these other bullish signs, that would be like throwing fuel on the fire. And let me take a look back here. Here's a perfect example. So look at this. There's our divergence that we always look for. We've got our sell signal here, and we have positive pressure. Positive pressure, big time positive pressure. Well, that tells us that this is going to be an excellent move. And look at how steady that selling was. Great, great setup. And you had your relative weakness here as well. So that's the pattern. That's what we look for. Going to go down, see if we've got another one here that we can find, and I'll move on to, why don't I just move right on to Pop plus Bull. So we've got BLCM, got a really nice breakout there above the 100-day moving average and above horizontal resistance, and you can see the follow through today, plus a bullish engulfing candle. It's going to hit some resistance at the 200-day, but this looks really, really good. Big time relative strength right there too. Here's the divergence. Oh, this is a gorgeous one. Nice, nice compression right in here. We've got our buy signal. There we've got negative pressure. We've got positive strength versus the SPY. And there's your little compression breakout right there too, the green dot. This stock's going to go higher. This is a great one. Maybe take a look at one more here. And really nice. There's your compression right in here. We can see the compression right there. We've got the breakout, the green dot, and on that green dot, it's also above this 100-day moving average. We have our green buy signal, relative strength versus SPY, and we've got a divergence. We have negative pressure here. This is it. Got everything. These are all the elements that we look for. Pop, bull, pop plus bull. If you didn't use any other search, you could use this for swing trading and do very, very well. So let's take a look at 10RSW Bull 30. What the heck is all this stuff? One option, relative strength, weakness, Bull 30. So what this search is going to do is it's going to find stocks that have been strong relative to the market in the last 30 minutes. I really like using this as a contra search. So what I mean by that is, let's say that the market is selling off for the last 30 minutes. I want to find stocks that have held up well relative to the market, because when the market does find its footing, those stocks are going to want to move higher. They're like a coiled spring, just waiting and waiting to move higher because they've already got relative strength. Let's take a look at some of them, and I'll show you how that works. This is really for day trading. So if we've had a 30-minute market decline, I would use this. If we had a 60-minute market decline, I would use the Bull 60 version. So let's take a look at a 5-minute chart, and this will be for the last 30 minutes, so it's that tail end price movement that we're going to see. To properly illustrate how powerful this is, I'm going to click SPY at the bottom of the chart, and I'm going to do an overlay. And this is the S&P 500 SPY, the gray line. And so here you can see how in the last hour of trading, the SPY really sold off. But look what the stock did. It started to compress right in here. So it was strong relative to the market. As soon as the market found its footing, it shot higher. So it went up about $1.50 on that last market rally. We'll take a look at a couple of more and see if we can see similar. See the market pulling back sharply. The stock is below its low of the day, kind of hanging in, hanging in. I'd rather see it hold that low and compress. See if we can find one. There's a good example. So the stock barely even moves lower with this big market decline. That's a great sign that it's ready to bounce. And there's the low of the day that was preserved. That was win. So really nice, probably $2 move on that one. The nice thing about trading this is, let's say that the market continues to go down. Because the stock has relative strength, it's already demonstrated that there are buyers lining up. Let me use this chart to explain. So here you have MasterCard, MA, market selling off, but the stock is only down a little bit, and it's still above its prior low of the day. Even though the market, SPY, is making a new low of the day, it is not. That is fantastic relative strength. Well, what does the chart tell me? It tells me that if the stock were going to crumble, it would be able to do so with all of this market selling pressure, because sellers would be coming in nailing bids, and they would be driving the stock down. But there are so many buyers lined up that they want to scoop this stock on every opportunity that they get. So even during this big market decline, when you have natural selling, the buyers are bidding, nibble, nibble, nibble. They're trying to accumulate and take a position. As soon as the market finds its footing, look what the stock does. It goes up about 2.5 points. Boom. That's why I like this search. So that's available. Uh, It's available on a 30-minute basis, it's available on a 45-minute basis, and it's available on a 60-minute basis. Now let's go to day M30 bull. This particular search looks for the strongest stock in the strongest sector. So I'm going to take down the SPY overlay, and we'll click through and see what we've got here. And this is also great for day trading. Look at that. Up, up, up the whole day. And this is where you want to be most of the time. Now the market was down. We had a nasty market reversal. I'll put that SPY up momentarily. Look at that big decline, big reversal right out of the gate. Higher open on SPY and steady selling. What does this stock do? It's marching, marching, marching. This is what we want to be in. Because if we get the market wrong, let's say that we're trading futures and we come in and we say, hey, the market looks great. I want to buy the futures. We're going higher. And I get it wrong. I'm going to lose money because I'm trading the market. Now, if I'm trading the strongest stocks, let's say that I buy this stock. Well, I'm wrong on the market. I'm wrong on the market. I'm wrong on the market. And I can evaluate the whole way up. I could have gotten out of this stock at any time and made money even though I was on the wrong side of the market. That doesn't happen very often. But being in the right stock will also give you time to evaluate. You know, the stock is, let's say, treading water while the market's falling apart. Hey, I'm going to get out. I'm going to scratch this trade. I'll look for a better entry point when the market stabilizes. And when the market does stabilize because the stock's been able to hold its own, I know it wants to run. This is the stock that I want to be in. We'll take a look at a couple of other candidates. Actually, I did have something interesting to look at on this CXO, and that is the pattern that we trade. I'm going to take that SPY off, and there's the divergence we look for. We've got our buy signal there. Look at this. We have negative pressure. That's the divergence. And look what happens to the stock. Boom. The red line's below the trigger line. That's negative pressure. Got our buy signal. There's our divergence. And we have relative strength. We've got all the elements for a great trade. And boy, was that a nice one. And right off of this search. So you keep these indicators up. This is what helps us find that pattern. Keep these indicators up, and when you flip through these charts, look for that divergence. And let's see if we've got another one here. Well, we do. We've got right here, we've got our buy signal, and there we've got negative pressure, but the stock is able to move higher, and it continues to push higher and higher. Finally, bullish explosion. We didn't have any on Friday, but this stock is going to look for big breakouts on a 5-minute bar that pushes it through major horizontal resistance on heavy volume. So it looks for that real time, and when we see those, we get a pop-up alert in Option Stalker. Now, these are primarily day trades that we're looking for. We want to get in as soon as we can because our server is searching for these real time. And I'll give you an example because I can't think of any that have happened recently, but you will get one or two of these alerts per day. I do remember Qualcomm was just such a beautiful one because it had takeover news from Broadcom, and it was back, I believe, I just passed it. Yeah, so it was after the earnings announcement. It was right in here. And when that stock came out, we had our horizontal breakout right here, and we got the alert, and this stock went up, gosh, probably about, I think it was about an $8 move that day, and then lots of follow through the next day. Well, after 20-25 minutes, everyone has the news. So it's important for us to be able to get in right away on that news. And again, I look for major horizontal breakouts. So I don't care that it made a new high for the day. I don't care that it made a new 5-day high. I want it to get through that major horizontal resistance level, and that's what the search is looking for. So if you focus on that, you're going to find some really good trades on a very timely basis. But again, this is for day trading. So bullish explosion is the last of our canned searches, and I just want to mention in the My Searches section, I don't have any listed here. That's what custom search is used for. So you come into custom search, and once you configure your trade or your settings, option liquidity, I love to trade options. I'm going to go with an option liquidity of 2. I'm going to mark weekly options because I also like having that as an alternative. And then I'm going to click scan, and those will be all the stocks that have very liquid options. Now, this is not a very exclusive search, tons of results, but just to show you, I'm going to save it, and I'll just mark it LO. I'm going to name it LO, liquid options, just for the heck of it, because I want to show you how it shows up in my searches. Put a description in here so that you know what the search does. I'm going to save and close, and there it is under my searches. I also designated that as a bullish search. So when you go through and you mark your bullish criteria, you'll have the choice of marking that as a bullish search so that it'll appear on the left side of the searches. You would do the opposite for bearish searches. Just mark bearish searches, and if you're marking a lot of red boxes, those are going to be looking for good shorts, and you'll find them right here. If I ever want to change the search, I can click on it, and in fact, if I have a question, what does it look for? I can click the question mark and then liquid options. There's my description that I entered. So the more descript you are, the better. If I click this little edit box, it'll pop up that search, and I can see the criteria that I used. and then I can add a couple. Let's say that I want to use 5-minute sector strength, or we'll go actually with a 5-minute and 15-minute SPY strength. Run the scan. Now our candidates are much fewer in number. I click save. It'll ask me, do I want to rename it? No, I want to keep it the same. So now I can start building my own library of searches. That's why I don't have a lot of canned searches for you. You're going to be able to go in and identify exactly what you like to trade and the setups that you look for, be it earnings, be it swing trades that are longer term, be it day trades, credits, whatever you're looking for. You can go in and name it and create your own searches so that the platform is exactly what you want it to be. So I hope this video tutorial helps you, shows you a couple of the canned searches. Have fun creating some of your own searches because you're going to find that they really can zero in on these high probability trading setups and focus on the pattern that I teach. Thank you.